Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boho, and put your hands together for basically me. Hello, are we well? Everybody, people in the back room, can you hear over? Yeah, that's the way, that's lovely. So we've got all the young people in the front and then the pensioners in the back keeping warm. Look at the hands going up there. Because it is a bit chilly out here already, isn't it? You okay there, girls? Yes, that music is still playing, which is quite annoying, so it's not now. That's better, isn't it? So, before we start, let's just have a cheer if you've been to this gig before. It was only in May, so who came in May? Yay! Oh, so who's never been? Yay! Ah, right, okay. So, for those that have never been, what we did at the last gig, just to make you all feel welcome, if one by one you just stand up and introduce yourself to the group. I don't know why I'm drawn to that man in the back with glasses and the blue t-shirt, but you put your hand up as never been, so we might, yeah, no point looking away now. Do you want to just stand up? What's your name, young man? It's going to be a long night. Yes, you, come on, stand up. Yeah, you, yeah, look, yes, that's the one. Blue, alright, it's black. Let's not pick hairs. Hello, what's your name? Bob? Rob, that's great, Rob. And what do you do? Brilliant, that's good. And is that, you caring for anybody there tonight, or? Yeah, all of them. That's great. That's brilliant, Rob, because last time nobody got it, to be honest, so well done, that's excellent. And just by a cheer, who's from King Stanley? Yay! Oh, a few. And then who's from the other place? Leonard Stanley. Listen to that, nothing. Anybody from Stanley Downton? Nothing. So just for the act's benefit, because they're all pretty confused about what's going on here, to be quite honest. So we've got, boys, we've got King Stanley, where most of the normal people come from, and then we've got Leonard Stanley, and they all sort of intermix, but they don't intermix really, do they? There's like a wall down, it's like East and West Berlin, to be quite honest, isn't it? And there's Leonard Stanley, very historic, Roman settlement. There was a fire in 1686 which destroyed the village, and it was very much an agriculture and cloth industry, and that's pretty good, isn't it? King Stanley's similar, and mainly the only difference is King Stanley's got a co-op, and that's about it, to be honest. But the one thing they have got in common, and I love this, coming from Quedgley, is they've got a collective Facebook page called Love the Stanleys, right? Now, at the last gig, after the gig, because I did some stuff on Love the Stanleys, there was a group of people, and I don't think they're here tonight, but one of them said, oh, that MC, all he did was print something off Facebook and read it out. Any idiot could do that. And that, I've got to be honest, that really hurt. And I've been thinking about it since May. No, it's really bothered me. So I took that on board, and tonight, I've got to be honest, I'm going to do exactly the same fucking thing. Because I really don't give a shit. I have to say though, you have disappointed me in the last couple of months, because the Love the Stanleys hasn't been so good. However, Marion Gillis wrote, "Help, please can someone advise me on a swarm of bees? They've settled in my roof fascia boards. Hundreds, maybe thousands." Now, Marion, there's a big difference, isn't there, between hundreds and thousands? Surely she should know that. And some interesting things about bees, if you don't know. When bees find honey, to attract other bees, they do a little waggle dance. Did you know that? Yeah, a few of you knew that. Bees, on average, travel 5,000 miles to find honey. Men in King Stanley won't travel 5 miles to find honey, to be perfectly honest with you. This one, oh, I love this one. I don't think this is in King Stanley. Where's the nippy chippy? Stonehouse. Stonehouse. Oh, we'll talk about Stonehouse, people, that's fine. Was that you? That's me. Please tell me you work at the Nippy Chippy as well. That'll be. No, I do. For the purposes of this, you may well do. The Nippy Chippy. We are looking for ambitious individuals who have a passion for catering. Having the passion for catering is of utmost importance as we are looking for long-term staff who want to grow in this industry. That's fair enough. Our industry is more like a family, and your career is definitely progression within, from serving to frying and more. Now, I don't know about you, but I think if you work in a chip shop, you either fry stuff or you serve stuff. Not a lot else goes on, does it? My favourite topic, and oh yeah, again, for the acts, what you need to know is there's people in this area and the general area around, including Stonehouse people, who still believe that there's big cats prowling in these woods, right? Despite the fact that nobody's ever seen one. Yeah, don't start, right? Because this just blows your ideas out of the water. Big cat, 13th of June, 2022. Mark from Stonehouse, do you know Mark? Does he work at the Chippy? Mark from Stonehouse said, I start my rounds at around 4 o'clock and the vans are parked down the bottom of the lane. As normal, I arrived for work and I went to collect my van. I heard a loud crash to my right and it sounded like something had fallen out of a tree. I shone my torch where the noise came from. Then I saw the yellow eyes shine from an animal. The eyes were about 2 inches diameter. The torch I use is quite powerful, but all I saw was the eyes. I did not see the body, just the eyes. Mark was unable to get his phone out of his pocket. Now this seems to be a fairly common occurrence with big cat sightings, doesn't it? Mark was unable to get his phone out of his pocket to take a picture. He was not prepared to take the chance of taking his eyes off the creature which was stood before him. Mark said, there are a couple of reasons I did not take my phone out of my pocket. I was holding my torch with one hand, that's fair enough. And in the other hand, I had a cup of coffee, right? Now, Mark, if you've seen a panther and this is your one and only chance to take a picture, and you think that keeping a cup of coffee in your hand is more important, he said, I was not going to take my torch off it. It was not a domestic cat, and dogs do not climb trees, and nor do badgers. Fuck me, Mark. That's fantastic. I have trekked in India and tracked animals in the past, with a cup of coffee, probably. I'm pretty certain as it was a big cat, as nothing else in nature has eyes like it, right? That's a load of bollocks. I googled this today. If you Google animals with yellow eyes, it could be bears, it could be cats, it could be a deer, it could be a raccoon, or it could be a chinchilla. I'm not sure how many chinchillas are on the loose, to be honest. But you do have a problem in King Stanley with cats. Because Lucy Marks wrote, is Lucy in tonight by any chance? No? Does anybody know Lucy Marks? No. Lucy Marks wrote, there is a black cat around the St George's Avenue area. I would really like to know whose it is, because it keeps coming to my garden attacking my cats. The states they come running in is horrible. It has not long done it again to my eldest cat, who isn't the best at defending herself, and it's left bite and claw marks all on her back and her stomach, as well as tears in her back end, which are bleeding and badly soiled. Anchoring upset is an understatement. I've already had a vet's bill of nearly £200 to pay off. I'm struggling with. I now have to try and get to the vet with being disabled and no transport was very difficult. I'll find out who it is, the bill will be coming to you, or you perhaps need castration or putting down. She's obviously very upset by this. This could be one of any cat in the village. And Holly Cowley just put, could the owner of Gus the Cat message me, please? Does anybody know Holly and Gus the Cat? Oh, that would be fantastic. But it's not just King Stanley where you've got fucking weirdos, to be quite honest, living amongst you. Because I found this the other day. Yuri Geller, can we remember Yuri Geller of Spoon? We're safe with Yuri. Yuri Geller believes that aliens will stop Putin if he tries to fire his nuclear weapons. Yuri thinks creatures from outer space will use advanced technology to scramble the warheads. He said, with one click of a button, we can stop the traffic on the Golden Gate Bridge and we can knock out radar systems. we can do anything with cyber today, but you imagine what extraterrestrials can do. That's comforting, isn't it? God bless Yuri. So, Noah whipped you up into a height of comedic frenzy. Let me just tell you what's going to happen for tonight. You've got 4 acts on this evening. Bargain. You're going to have your first act on in a minute, and then we'll have a break, and then your 2 acts in the middle, and then a break, and then your headline act. Is that all right? Yeah. But, I would like to say, I think, first of all, thank you everybody for coming out and supporting. This is really good, and I think just give a big hand up to Dave and his staff for putting this on tonight. There's a lot of comedy that is being cancelled all over the place, and the acts really appreciate you coming out. So yeah, thanks ever so much for that. So without further ado, you ready for your first act of the evening? Yeah. His name is Oxy. I've known him for years. Make him very welcome. The very lovely Oxy.